Greetings, friends of chemistry. We're doing the review questions for
Module 8.
Yay! And they can be found on page
283.
283. And we're starting this video with question number 5. Martin, will you please read it?
What is the fundamental difference between metals and nonmetals?
This is different from the question that we were asked at the beginning of the year. How do you identify metals? Metals are shiny and they're brittle. And what was the other thing about them?
They tarnish. Gold doesn't. Of course, it's non-ferrous.
So metals have those are characteristics of metals. But we're talking about, this is called molecular structure. So how do metals react differently in a molecular structure? Well, the important thing to note is bolded out for you on page 252, where it says in ionic compounds. So ionic compounds are compounds with a metal and a non-metal. Okay, so metal elements are found in ionic compounds. In ionic compounds, metals will try to lose their electrons, okay, until their Lewis structure has no dots around it, right? So it would be the ideal configuration for it to lose electrons until it's dot free. Okay, nonmetals try to gain electrons, and metals try to lose them. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6. Can you please read that?
What is the difference between an atom and an ion?
Okay. You can see the definition on page 253 of an ion. It says, ion is an atom that has gained or lost electrons and thus has become electrically charged. So just a regular atom has no electrical charge, right? But ions will have an electrical charge, either positive or negative, because they have an imbalance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Of protons and electrons, okay? So it's different from an isotope. Isotopes have different numbers of neutrons, and so they have different molecular weights, right? But this is an ion. Ions have different charges, okay? So please read number 7.
Ionization potential.
Ionization potential. Okay. So if we are saying that an ion is an atom that has either gained or lost electrons or protons to have, actually gained electrons, to have an imbalance of electrons and protons so that they're not equal, we want to know what is the amount of energy needed to turn this atom into an ion, either positively or negatively charged. So the ionization potential is the amount of energy needed in order to take an electron away from an atom. Okay, so it's an atom's desire to become positively charged. Okay. Remember, if you're positively charged, you've lost an electron. Electrons are negatively charged. The ionization potential actually tells us how much energy will it take to take an electron away and positively charge this element. And this is one of the periodic properties. Okay, so as we said, the information in the periodic table is arranged the way it is to help us understand it better. Okay, it signifies something the way it's arranged. So if you look at the periodic chart and you see the different elements, okay, in general, you can say that the ionization potential of the atom will increase from the left to the right in general. Okay. And there are other periodic properties that we'll talk about.
Okay, so 8 is name 3 periodic properties of atoms.
Okay, so this is one, ionization potential.
There's also electromagnetivity. Electronegativity.
Electronegativity.
And there's atomic radius.
Okay. And they behave, you can't always predict exactly what's going to happen because of the atom's own gravity, right? It's got a size, a shape. If it gets heavier, it has more pull, so all these different things are interplaying. But in general, okay, ionization potential will increase from the left to the right. Electronegativity will also increase from the left to the right. Okay. And the radius will decrease generally from the left to the right. Going down the periodic chart, the atomic radius will generally increase going down. The ionization potential decreases going down, and the electronegativity will generally increase going down. So, no, I just said it wrong. The electronegativity will generally decrease going down. Okay, and what is the electronegativity? A measure of how strongly an atom attracts extra electrons to itself. Okay, so electronegativity is attracting electrons to itself. Ionization potential is losing electrons from itself. So you can see they're very similar. Okay, and the radius of the atom, it's not just that as it gets bigger, as it gets heavier, it gets bigger, because as it gets heavier, it might actually pull its electrons in closer because of its own gravity. All right. So ionization potential, electronegativity, atomic radius are all periodic properties. It's important to understand. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and we're going to do 9 and 10 in a separate video.